Hey everybody, G4 Video 5 here, and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the Definitive Edition. In this part, we will be completing the mission Doberman for Sweet, which is a bit of a strange mission because there's no introductory cutscene with dialogue to start things off here. Instead, what we have are various camera angles, mostly of Glen Park playing, as that is the main location for this mission, although things start off here at the ammunition in the downtownish area of old Los Santos, and so you can go in there to pick up some weapons if you want to. But that is a pretty noteworthy thing, in that we now have access to ammunitions across San Andreas. So now we have a place to spend our money on things like new weapons, ammo for current weapons, body armor, and things of that nature. So it's a really nice thing right there, as up to this point we've just been spending our money on fine ladies of the night. You know, old prostitutes, apostrophes, things like that. But anyway, the main point of this mission here is that we need to take over Glen Park by provoking a gang war, and the way in which you do that is by taking out a minimum of 3 gang members for whatever territory you're trying to take over in a consecutive fashion. So you need to take out these 3 minimum gang members in a very short amount of time in order to provoke a gang war. And once that happens, you'll have waves of enemies spawn in, trying to take you out. And it seems we also have some stragglers hanging around here too, because whenever you attack a gang, typically gang members in the relatively nearby area will also start attacking you to defend their homies and all that type of stuff. So we do have to be mindful of that, but I think at this point we've pretty much taken out all of the stragglers, and so now we just have to focus on these waves of enemies that thankfully aren't that difficult to take care of, especially here during this mission, because it's a tutorial sequence for this concept in the game, where these guys really just have baseball bats, pistols, and Uzis. So it's not too difficult to take them out if we keep our distance, and even if they did end up getting some shots off on us, thankfully in between these waves of enemies, health pickups spawn in temporarily on the streets of the nearby area. So we do have some heart pickups and body armor pickups now that we can use if we need to. And I love this kind of about these enemies, and that they want to use crosswalks and stuff. They just won't charge directly towards you a lot of the time. They'll try to get on the right side of the road as you are. So it's a little strange there that they decide to do that, but either way it makes it easy for us to take them out.
Tenpenny, set me up!
So that seems like kind of a random thing for that guy to say right there. But the reason, I'd imagine, why he said that was because in the beta version of this game, there was also a mission called Doberman, although it was done for Crash and Officer Tenpenny. So I'd imagine that that line was just left over or placed in this mission just to have some filler dialogue, I suppose. I don't know, it's really strange, but either way that takes care of this part, and we've now unlocked the ability of doing gang wars in the various territories across Los Santos, which isn't a requirement at this point in the game to do, but I'm going to do all of them anyway, just because I'd like to build up my weapon skills with various weapons, and gang territory takeovers are a really good way of doing that. So anyway, that wraps up this part. In the next part, we'll be taking on the next mission for Sweet, which is called Los Sepulcros. So until then, well, I guess I'll be a little busy here, but I'll see you next time.